Hello and welcome to Billy Ho Sports. This week we're back at Churchill Downs once again. It's a huge day of racing. Stephen Foster Stakes is the first one we're going to do a preview on. There are just tons of stakes races. Grade 2, Fleur de Lis, Wise Dan, loads of others. Just a fantastic field of horses. So I'm going to be doing lots of videos this week on my home track of Churchill Downs. So remember to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button so you don't miss out on any of the great racing content coming up. Any questions or comments, bets, best bets, all that kind of good stuff, leave them in the comments, and let's get started. The field is set for our 8.5 furlong dirt tester. It is a BC challenge race. The winner gets an invite to the Breeders' Cup Classic. Stephen Foster has produced 5 Breeders' Cup Classic winners in the past. So we're going to go just a hair bit out of order, but not really that much. And you'll see why, because there's similar races that they've ran in. So post number 7 is King's Barnes, trained by Todd Pletcher, ran second in the Grade 3 Pimlico Special. Burst onto the Derby Trail scene last year, winning his first 3 races, which included that Louisiana Derby last year. He's a 4-year-old colt by Uncle Mo. Really had a nice 24 season so far. Won an allowance race at Gulfstream in March. Followed that up with the Grade 3 Ben Ali Stakes on 420 at Keeneland. Front runner who likes to get to the lead early. And then post number 1 is Pyrones, and that's from Sherry DeVoe's barn, the least familiar name of the horses in this race. But a 4-year-old colt by Into Mischief was a late bloomer who had 4 races as a maiden at 2 years old, then was off for almost a full year, came back late December as a 3-year-old to break through in his only start that year, then won an allowance race at 4 at Keeneland Fairgrounds in Keeneland, both 2 separate allowance races, before stepping up to win the Pimlico Special, where he outkicked King's Barnes late to earn that 4th straight victory. So let's look back at the 8 furlong race at Keeneland in the slop. I wanted to see another one out of Pyrenees to see. It was a quality field with 4 other horses that were under 5-1 odds. He broke right to the lead and set some reasonable fractions, but when he faced pressure at the 3/4 pole, he responded well. And then the 2 separate challengers down the stretch, he repelled both advances to pull away and win the race. So very interesting horse. Post number 2 is First Mission, Brad Cox trained colt. Convincing win in the Grade 2 Ali Sheba at Churchill Downs on Derby Day, coming from off the pace. 4-year-old colt by Street Sense started the year off a little bit slowly. A 9th place finish in the Pegasus World Cup, bounced back nicely to win in the Essex Handicap at Oaklawn before winning that Ali Sheba. The Ali Sheba wasn't the best field on Derby Day, but he handled his business, drawing off to win by 4. So just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thanks very much. Post number 3, Happy American, 6-year-old gelding by Run Happy, trainer Neil Pesson, 0 for 5, sending him out in graded stakes. He even got beat in an optional claimer for 100K. He was 15-1 odds in that, complete toss for me. Post number 4 is Disarm, 4-year-old colt by Gun Runner. Steve Asmussen trains, recently debuted with a nice allowance win in Churchill Downs in the slop. He's done nothing but cash checks his entire career. A couple of 4th place finishes in big races like the Kentucky Derby and Jim Dandy, but everything else, he hits the board. Second place finish in last year's Traverse Stakes was a quality inside trip. Of course, no match for Archangelo that day, but a good contender to say the least. Post number 5 is going to be Dreamlike, 4-year-old Colt by Gunrunner, trained by Todd Pletcher. Still searching for win number 2 on his brief career. Just missed 2 back, chasing down Caligliostro. I always mispronounce that name. Was in the hunt in the grade 3 blame. After that, went wide, chasing the same horse. Just got the show in that one. So contender. Post number 6, Classic Causeway, 5-year-old by trained by Kenny McPeak. Hasn't had much success this year or the last. Another horse that looks out of place. Gonna toss that one as well. Post number 8 is Steel Sunshine, 5-year-old trained by Bobby DeBona. Greatest stakes wins, Gulfstream, grade 2 Gulfstream Park Mile. Was able to stalk the pace, run down 2 excellent horses in Tumbarumba and Il Miracolo. So most recently was on Oaks Day in the slop, ran a disappointing 4th, but those conditions, you can almost toss any horse that struggled in that kind of slop that day. But those 2 races bookended a 3rd in the grade 3 Ghost Zapper. So maybe not top of the flight, but in like the top tier horses. But I think a horse that is worth looking into. Post number 9 is one definitely we're going to look at, is Skippy Longstocking. That's from the Saffie Joseph Jr. barn, 2 for 3 this year, back-to-back wins. DNF in the Pegasus World Cup, but we tossed that. Recent race was the grade 2 Oaklawn Handicap. He once again tracked down the leader, running right there in second, where it seems that where he likes to do his running, chasing the leader and then taking over in the stretch. One going away. Just a consistent horse over his career. Includes 3rd place in last year's Breeders' Cup Classic, multiple graded stakes wins, but is still seeking that elusive grade 1 victory. So this could be the spot. I was really interested to see if Tappet Trice would get in, but he's not going to make it. So that's the field so far. I hope all these horses stay. I hope we don't see any scratches. My early lean is First Mission and Skippy Longstocking, but if Pyrones keeps moving forward exponentially like he is, look out. So this is going to be a really good race, along with many more quality races this Saturday at Churchill Downs. So stay engaged, be subscribed to the channel, notification bells too, so you don't miss any of the new content dropping, because there's going to be lots to come early this week, early and often. I'll do multiple videos because we're not going to do anything with past performances this time, but next time we will. So till next time, see you soon.